Okay, this is a test review problem for the benchmark 4 test. It's not a problem right off the review or anything like that, but it's something similar to what's on the test. So if I want to write the equation for the tangent line, I'm going to go y minus my y coordinate of 1 equals my slope of m times x minus my x coordinate of 9. So to get this slope, I have to do the derivative. So to do that derivative, we're going to use implicit differentiation, which means I just go straight through and take the derivative, leave the equation as it sets, and just take the derivative of each term. So the derivative of negative 3x would be negative 3. This derivative. First of all, you need to think of square root of x as x to the half power. So what rule am I going to have to use here? Product rule. That's probably the #1 mistake on the benchmark 4 test, is people forgetting to use the product rule. So here you have to use the product rule. So I'm going to take my first expression y times the derivative of x to the half, which would be 1/2 x to the negative a half, plus the second expression x to the half times the derivative of y, which is dy over dx. So that's the product rule on that. Any questions about that? Plus derivative of 5y cubed. 3 times 5 would be 15. Don't forget to take that down to y squared. That's another common mistake, to forget to put the squared on it. Times dy over dx. By the chain rule, you have to hook on the derivative of y right there. Equals, and the derivative of negative 19 would be 0. And actually, there were quite a few people that did that correctly. But any questions about that? Now, here's the thing where I think where people got messed up is you try to solve for dy over dx now, and all these crazy exponents and fractions threw you off. What I would suggest that might be easier is as soon as you've differentiated each term, that you plug in these numbers. Plug in 9 for x, 1 for y. So let's do that. So I just put in a 9 for x and 1 for y. So it gives me negative 3 plus, this might throw people, but what's 9 to the half power? Well, 9 to the half is the square root of 9, that would be 3. Then that negative means do the reciprocal, so this would be 1/3. Yep. 9 to the half is 3, 9 to the negative half would be 1/3. So half times 1/3 times 1 would be 1/6. 9 to the half, that's the same as square root of 9, that would be 3. This would be 15 times 1, so this would be 15 dy over dx. So any questions about that? Now we're going to have to combine, like 3 plus 15 would be 18 dy over dx. Let's see, negative 3 plus a 6, let's just think about that over here. Negative 3, that's like 3 over 1. You got to have a common denominator, so take both these times 6. That'd be negative 18 over 6 plus 1 over 6 would be negative 17 over 6. Any questions about that step? Add the 17/6 over to the other side. It gives you positive 17 over 6. And then divide by 18, but if we don't have a calculator, it might be easier to multiply by 1/18 on both sides. To get rid of that 18, multiply by 1/18. So dy over dx will equal 17 times 1 would be 17. 6 times 18. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry the 4. 108. That would be your slope of your tangent line. And that would be the equation of the tangent line. Any questions about that? What if they asked for the equation of the normal line? Then what would you change the slope to? Negative reciprocal, so it would be negative 108 over 17 if you were writing the equation of a normal line. The 1 and the 9 would stay the same. All right, so when you get to a problem similar to that,